Hey, it's Sheris, and I am 40 days to 50. This is journal entry number 25, and I am thinking about gifts or gifting, but I don't know. Let's see. So, one of the things I'm thinking about, because I did put up my decor, my holiday decor. So, we're in the winter solstice, or the winter solstice has passed, and so we've ushered in Capricorn season. So, it is official. All the Capricorns are celebrating, okay? And, we claim Jesus. I don't know why I think that's funny, but I do. And so anyway, the sun is being born. The lights are really, sort of celebration of that in a lot of ways. But anyway, I put out my decor. I put out my stockings. Obviously, Santa's probably not coming. Well, I don't know. Maybe Santa is coming. Okay. So anyway, that being said, I might be too old for Santa, kids. That's why I said that. So when I think about the things that I have received as gifts, and then more so like put that against like my wish list of things I thought I wanted as gifts, there's like, some maturity in the way that I'm kind of maybe thinking about that. So that's maybe why this gets to go in my journal of 40 days to 50. I can definitely remember as a child, my mom getting us fruit and her really trying to emphasize for us how appreciative she was for fruit, because they hadn't, out in the country, it was like a big deal to get an apple in your stocking. Whereas we didn't really want like fruit. I mean, we were thankful, as thankful as you can be but we really wanted other stuff like, Nintendos and, in our stocking. I do remember that the one year I got my Sony Walkman, I really wanted that. Like I really wanted a Sony Walkman and I got it. And I felt like such a big girl. Now, to be clear, because my birthday's in January, I actually got like the Walkman for Christmas, and then I got the batteries and the headphones for my birthday. So it was 12 days of anticipation, okay? But nonetheless, okay, I eventually even bought stock in Sony for that very reason. Stock's not doing very well. But that's okay. That's like a part of my memory of something that I just really, really wanted, and then I got it. But I also have this sort of unticked list of things that I thought I wanted that I never got, whether or not that be from childhood or more recently, some things that I was like, I really want this, I really want this, I really want this. And even thinking that I was like, could work hard enough and like figure that out. And it just didn't happen, as opposed to there are some things that I could not have imagined. I wouldn't have had the sense to ask for. And I've received things that I like never would have thought of. And so from that perspective, it's like this weighing of grateful for what you have versus like constantly asking for other things. And generally the fact that I can talk about this, I've got some maturity in this space, but I can hear like even a richer evolution coming in these 40 days to 50, this particular Christmas tide, right? I'm in conversations with people that are, talking about their values and how are we training the children, and whether or not gift giving is even, or not even that it is or isn't important, but like what's important about it. And, we always try to teach and we always learn like it's better to receive. And better to give, right? So anyway, thinking about that a bit today is maybe why this enters the journal. And again, this sort of evolution of thought around like being grateful and letting the universe draw into your gratitude more of those things that like fit into that, versus even having a wish list at all, like wanting things and just asking for things, not just being as important as maybe it once was, anyway. So there's like some maturity in there. Now, that being said, it's not like all the way to guru status. So I am still, size window seat should you want to get me a gift. Or you need my Cash App, you can let me know, because those things still are very helpful. But, it's just not as important top of mind kind of thing as the season comes in. And, I think it's been years now that I really have focused my gift giving on the young people. And even Bradis, my first nephew, he'll kind of tell you that by the time he was 12, I was like, all right, buddy, age of accountability. Now you need to get a job and get me a gift, like it's your turn. Like it wasn't really about this like ever get. It just, we needed to try to get the kids to evolve so that we could like, think about other things. So I have this controversial figure I'm going to mention. What is his name? I can't even remember his name. Derek Grace. Derek Grace. He said this a few years ago. I think it was 2019, 2020. I heard him say this. And it was like, if your kid has had 18 fantastic birthdays and 18 fantastic Christmas tree gift sessions, you know, but they turn 18 and they still have to ask somebody else for a job, you may have failed them economically because you've put a lot into them and invested a lot, but like, how does that help them in the big picture? So, you know, I'm just putting that out there because that is part of, like, again, I don't have kids, so I can do the right one over here and just, you know, philosophize about it. Good luck, parents. All right, so that's journal entry number 25. Again, ultimately, I might name this prayer life because it's really just more about, like, you know, calming this wanting and calming the spirit of like asking for things and keeping it in balance with, you know, being grateful for the things you really already have ultimately. So I'm tremendously blessed. I'm thankful for all the gifts I have and the presence of mind that I have to appreciate time with family and friends and loved ones and just really celebrating in that way. So journal entry number 25, 40 days to 50.